Tonight's hot topic, including a whole bunch of outtakes, is all about... there's been a bit of a push lately, and I've seen it on social media, and that people are talking about wanting to bring back Countdown, and people are talking about who would do Molly's fucking role and all that sort of stuff, and so on and so forth. I don't have a great deal of information on it. I do have some thoughts on the premise, but I think Nikki has more information than anyone else at the moment. So what have you seen, and what are your thoughts on this Countdown, or the push to bring it back?
Pretty much the same thing. There's a petition that's hot on Facebook at the moment, and they're basically doing the push to bring back Countdown. There's word that Molly would be involved in some way, but not as the host. Whether that would eventuate or not, who knows?
That'd be interesting.
But the most interesting thing about it is actually reading the debate for and against this concept and what it would mean. For me personally, as a kid, 6 o'clock Sunday, I did a lot of the bands I was into, I was exposed to through Countdown. Yep. I think it would just come down to who does it, how do they do it, how does the bands get selected, and I don't know in this day and age if it's viable. As much as I want to support something like this, I just don't know if it would be relevant.
Fair enough.
I agree. I'm concerned that the corporate suckholes that run commercial radio would want to get their dirty, filthy mitts on it and ruin it by putting on people from The Voice and all that sort of crap.
Well,
you know, and so I have my own doubts about that, but I actually think you would make a very good host.
Yes.
And
don't think I'm PC enough for them.
And all of us could also be involved as well. So instead of having a fucking Countdown, just have the fucking hard rock show on. And don't worry about the rest of it.
Hey, you don't need it. It's already done.
Yeah, that's right. It's already doing it. And any corporate suckholes that come near us, we'll kill them.
Cool. Feed them to Caesar.
Yeah. Sorry.
I completely missed the whole Countdown thing just because I'm too young, but I'm fully aware of everything it achieved and everything it did. I watched Molly on Hey Hat Saturday when I was growing up, so I know how good and what he meant to the Australian scene, but this isn't the 60s, 70s and 80s anymore. The whole world's changed, Australia's changed, and I personally think if it comes back, it's not going to be what people wanted, and there's going to be way too much interference, there's going to be too much fucking politics. It's not going to achieve what it did back in the day. And you can't replace Molly. He did what he did. It's a different time. You need something different.
I think it's a really interesting idea. I think what a lot of people forget is that Countdown wasn't perfect.
No.
There was a lot of shit on Countdown.
Yeah.
You can watch Countdown now in this, condensed down, like a decade into an hour, and it looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah. But that's what's cool about the time, though. You could have fucking some disco shit, and then you'd have AC/DC.
There was variety
to everyone.
Yeah.
There was variety.
I think the saviour of Countdown, and we were talking about it today on the radio show, is the fact it would be a government station, which does lend it to go in a few different ways, and being that ABC now has 3 channels or 4 or whatever, so it lends itself to give yourself a bit more variety. I was saying I was in the UK recently, BBC 1, 2, 3, 4. It lends itself to have a lot more variety without the corporate suckholes getting their mitts on it. So look, the idea is okay. How much support would it have? Look, I think it's the support that would have to build, and it would be a nice thing if it could be achieved, but I think the romantic idea of bringing Countdown back is probably better than it would be in reality.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think the nostalgia effect has kicked in well and truly hardcore on this one. I think that what Dave was saying before about being a completely different time is bang on the money.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd get away with half as much of the chaos on television as what they used to have with that then. Like, you had drugs and alcohol and everything was influencing, and it was real, and that was what people loved about it, and I think that still translates across television, YouTube, whatever else you have today. For the record, we are introducing more live shot footage to the show as well, just not in our little garage here, but just, we'll actually go out and on the scene. We've got some clips coming through. For those that are wanting that is in the works. But the biggest thing for me on the whole thing, the premise is nice. The romantic nostalgia side of it is nice. How it would actually be executed, you can forget it, in my opinion. Like, if it was on a commercial network, so 7, 9, 10, or Foxtel or anything like that, don't even dream of it, because you'll have nothing but... We're already operating under this ridiculous cap in this country of the 25%, no more than that, of Australian content on television. So which means all you're going to get out here is what you get on commercial radio on a show that's on a commercial television network. Yes. So you'll get what you were saying about the X Factor and The Voice, and those contestants will get their fucking run in it. That'll fill up the Australian quota within a heartbeat, and then the rest will be international touring acts that'll go out and do their thing. We're not going to get bands like Disturbed on things like that. The only place Disturbed had to go when they were here, and they copped a lot of flack for it, was when they went on The Voice or The X Factor.
That's right.
But my counter argument to that was, what other TV show could they go on to get exposure in this country on television?
There was nothing.
Even when they relaunched Hey Hey, it fell flat.
Yeah, it did not work.
No.
And all the ingredients were there for it to come back.
I wanted it to work.
I know, but it wasn't going to,
hard to
because
watch. No.
it's also what people want out of Countdown
anymore.
is the whole not politically correct thing. But as soon as the first episode airs, the social justice warriors will get fucking up in arms and say it's done, and then if it's on a publicly funded station like the ABC, that'll can that too.
Have you ever seen the Iggy Pop interview with Molly?
Yeah.
Did they get away with that?
No. But that's what people want. But the thing is, right, that what I think people need to adjust to, and we're already making these adjustments ourselves behind the scenes how we do things, is that it's an online world now.
Yeah.
If people really want this bad enough, then go and find a way to do it online. Get off your ass and do something with it, like we have to build this. And I'm not afraid of another show coming in and doing something. The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. It's not a competition thing. Everyone does something, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But the fact is that unless you've got the right people doing the right thing with the right mentality, with the heart in the right place, and the balls and knowledge to pull it off, it'll be a spectacular failure. And then people will go, why do we even consider doing this to begin with? And that'll actually, in some respects, possibly tarnish what the memory is for a lot of people of that show, which is really good. And I'd rather see them go through and show those things again, and then maybe devote another show on the ABC that's just something earlier than Rage that showcases Australian talent better. I think because ABC is the place you can do that with. They don't suffer the same cap on content as the commercial networks do. A whole lot of politics involved, a whole lot of loopholes involved. There's a lot more to this than just going sign a petition, make it happen. It won't work that way. No. You've got to get it funded, and then you've got to get the right network, and it's just not going to come off. So it won't happen. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat. Fucking not that I'm wearing one, you know what I mean. I'll eat Molly's hat. I know somebody will probably get it for me too. Yeah. But while it's nostalgic and would be nice, I just think that these days just focus on the online stuff. There's plenty of scope for this sort of stuff on YouTube and other things as well. Like there's plenty of this sort of stuff popping up. Go and support those ones and get them off the ground. Show some grassroots supports for those platforms, because that's where everything's going to go anyway. In the next 5 years, television, radio will be online anyway. So just think about that for a second too. Anyone else got anything else they want to add? I know I waffle on for ages on this shit.
Yeah, all good.
All good? All good? All right, well, give us your thoughts out there. Let us know what you think after you've watched this one, and we'll move along. Jimmy, you got more information on this than I'm not a part of.
Nikki has.
Nikki, all right.
Oh,
Nikki's going first.
Oh my good God.
The blind leading the blind.
Jesus Christ, here we go. We'll wing it.
That's the whole point. You've seen us do this for a while now. Everything we do is fucking winged.
Okay.
We have no real plan. It's just barely it's hurting Cat's level of chaos. That's what we do here. And
jump in
make
the
it work
deep end.
somehow.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
You ready?
Sniff it, don't eat it.
Isn't hurting cats anyone?
1.
Countdown. It is a thing.
No.
Whoa. Hey.
I thought you said it was already.
No, he's going to introduce. Sorry.
Fucking fuck.
Oh, fuck.
You said am I ready, so I just went, am I
Show's
going?
been ruined.
My fault.
I'm dying. I went too fast.
You're going to have to wear more foundation to get rid of that fucking red.
I know, I'm burning. I'm like so
I read one that was going to go too early. I didn't think it'd be you.
You are a bloke.
I don't like. Shh, I'm not talking.
Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.